We thought 8 holes in our roof wasn't enough. We're about to cut our 9th.
I don't see any rats.
No rats in there?
I don't think so. There's a hole in our box.
Creatures among us.
We got a Maxxfan Deluxe.
Look at that. So we need some ventilation, and that's what today is all about.
Yeah.
So today we are going to unbox the Maxxfan Deluxe 7100. And after we unbox it, we're going to install it right here on the Beep Mobile. So we looked at quite a few different fans and we decided to go with the Maxxfan Deluxe because all the other ones couldn't be open while it was raining. And a lot of times you want some ventilation to happen. Fresh air in, used air out.
Yeah.
And this one checks off all the boxes.
Let's take a look at the fan. I'm just praying there's not a rat that's gonna crawl out of this thing.
What have we here?
You put your hand in there.
All right, so far we've got some packing material. Is there anything in here? Oh, there is stuff in there.
We got screws and a remote and an instruction manual.
All right, here's the fan itself, it looks like.
Oh, it's white. I forgot what it was. We ordered this a long time ago.
Ooh, look at that. So there were 2 options for the 7100. There was the black top and the white top. Well, black attracts heat, so we're gonna go ahead and go with the white one just to help reflect some of that heat.
Cool.
Whoa, look at that.
Looks good.
So this is probably the piece that goes on the roof. And then, oh, look at that. So this is a big old 12-inch fan. It does about 900 cubic feet per minute of air exchange. And so if you multiply the length times the width times the height of the space that you have, then you're gonna figure out how many cubic feet that you have if you multiply it in feet. And so that's how you kind of figure out what size of fan you need.
Before we cut another hole in our roof, which I think this will be our 9th? 6th? Yeah, we're gonna make sure this Maxxfan works and yeah, test it out.
It's working. Yeah.
Oh, I feel the flow.
So it slows down. Whoa, it's blowing. Nice. It works.
Tracing queen. All right. Serious time. Perfect. Goggle time. Goggle time. What you doing, Garcia?
I am preparing to drill a hole for the corners. All right. So now that we have the template affixed to the ceiling and we drew some lines on the inside here to center it left to right, front to back, and centered in between our 2 skylights here, we have it situated in the kitchen area. Obviously it's not a kitchen yet, but it will be a kitchen someday. So we're gonna use this step bit here to to drill out the hole because the corner of the frame is kind of curved. And so we're thinking, oh, well, if we could use a bit that can cut a bigger hole, then we can have a nice curve and be able to just connect the dots from the roof side. So I'm gonna measure out, figure out where the tip needs to be, and then drill some holes.
So what we're gonna do once we have the holes drilled in is take the template off the ceiling here and take it up to the roof and connect the dots like Brian said.
So this side here is going to actually be on the roof up on top of the bus. And if you notice, the edges are kind of curved here. We could just cut these straight, which that would work. Yeah, it totally would work. But we've got these cool little step bits, which cut at various different terraces, so to speak. And we're thinking that doing the 3/4 inch one would probably be the best because it kind of fits right on that groove nice and smooth. So we're going to measure out about 3/8 of an inch or so, because that's about the halfway point between 3/4 inch, and then come down and then drill the hole up to 3/4 inch level and then go to the roof.
Sounds good.
All right, so I'm going at a 45-degree angle to the edge corner there, and I'm measuring out 3/8 of an inch, roughly. There it is right there. And then I'm gonna put the little center punch there and push it, and it's gonna make a little dent in the ceiling. So when we pull this down, we'll be able to see the dent. Ah, it did dent. There it is.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh.
Let's see if all of them.
A long dangler. Did?
Yep, a little dent.
Perfect. All right, we take the whole template down.
Let's make sure all of them dented. There's the dent. And you know what I'm gonna do? As a safety precaution?
You double dent?
No, I'm gonna put a circle around the dent so that I don't forget where it's at.
Nice. That is a safety precaution if I ever heard one.
That is safety first, kids.
Oh, I see it.
There you go.
I see that dent.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do you guys say dent or dent? Let us know in the comments below. Brian and I don't know if it's like a Canadian American thing, but how's that feel, muscle?
Oh. There's another hole in the roof.
Shit!
All right, so how many of these down do I need to go?
This is our 9th hole in the roof.
1,
Did you know?
2, 3, 4.
9th hole, Brian.
9th hole. Woo! Those things are hot.
What is? Oh, the thing's falling.
Yeah. Ah, that might have done it. Yeah, because the edge extends past. And so you connect this edge with that edge.
They're into it.
At least I think.
That was the goal.
That was the goal.
For sure.
Yeah, see, you can see that one lines up.
Yeah.
And that one lines up.
You're nailing this.
This step bit is amazing. I haven't used this one yet.
We're going on the roof. Let's go. Okay, this isn't so bad. Good news! I'm not as scared as normal. It's nasty up here. Now for the moment we've all been anticipating. Let's install the Maxxfan. All right, Maxxfan installation.
All right. So now that we've cleaned up our hull and our flange fit, one thing to note is that this flange does not sit flat against the roof. It's got a lot of little wobble to it, and it's total about 3/4 of an inch of wobble.
So we want to give our friends Randy and Shelly over at Nap Time a shout out for this idea, because in their video when they installed the Maxxfan, they had the exact same wobble, because guess what? All of our school bus roofs are curved. So they gave us this awesome idea to put almost like a shim. They use metal pieces, right?
Yeah, I think they use like an aluminum piece or something like that.
Yeah, they use some aluminum pieces to just like make it balanced and even. So we decided we're gonna use a couple of wood shims. Bye-bye.
So we ended up cutting 2 pieces of wood at a slight angle, so they're kind of at a little diagonal because the roof slopes down, and we want a nice even seal. If we were to screw these edges down, it would cause the interior frame to cant out, possibly making it difficult for the Maxx Air fan to actually sit on properly. So huge gratitude, Randy and Shelly, for coming up with this idea.
Yay!
All right, so here are our 2 shims. They're just kind of wedges essentially, and we want the thicker side to be on the outside because it's going out. So we're going to place those in there, and all we did was measure the length of the flange here, and it was 16 inches long to determine how long they were, and then measure the distance on the flange itself to figure out how wide they needed to be, and they ended up needing to be about 1.5 inches wide. So that'll be perfect. All right, so considering we are now increasing the space from the top edge of the flange to the inside where the wood furring strips are gonna be that kind of make all of this stick together, some of these screws that came with it now are not long enough. Now I know that the instructions said, don't use any screws except our screws or damage could result. Well, we're gonna use other screws because we need to. We're gonna end up using the same screws that we used on our polycarbonate skylights that have a little rubber washer on there. They're the same diameter, and we're gonna be able to go straight through and into our furring strips. So now we're going to drill some pilot holes and then screw it all together.
Well, I totally see the value of having a white roof. Man, it gets dirty fast. You sneeze on it, dirty. Couple boot prints, dirty. Never gonna have a clean roof.
Deep thoughts by Aaron.
Rude.
No, I love it. What rude.
No, the boot prints are gnarly. And then plus, with all the goober gobbers coming from this barn. I'm gonna go put the wood frame on now.
Can you pass me that polyurethane?
Polyurethane?
Fucking. Thanks.
good job.
Yeah.
Now we're used to cutting holes in our roof, and we had like a good mode of mode of operations.
Method of operation. Operational mode.
Morendous operandus.
Motorendus operandus. Or operandi.
Operandi.
Ay, Dios mío.
Anyways, I'd say we nailed it. That's our Maxx fan.
Yeah, that's our Maxx fan. And as you can see here, we don't have it hooked up to the electric of the bus yet because, hey, we haven't done that yet. That's one of the projects that is coming soon. Wiring for 110, 120, and 12 volt. Ah, that's gonna be really cool. But not part of this video. No.
Not this one.
Not this one. No, this was all about getting that up in there. Now, I do have to say we're not done completely with this installation because we have to have the ceiling material come in so that we can install it before we put the last piece on.
Yeah, we want to cover that ugly white box thing as much as we can. So we'll basically see the white box from the inside, but we won't see the white flange, hopefully, on our ceiling.
This thing.
So yeah, we would prefer not to see this on our ceiling because we're gonna do some nice woodwork for the ceiling. So yeah, that's the plan. But that went really smooth. Really smooth. Yeah.
I thought that it went off without a hitch. We were super confident in cutting the hole and measuring, like figuring out how are we gonna space this so that the furring strips that we're gonna install in a soon to come video, in preparation for spray foam and insulation and stuff like that.
We're getting close.
Yeah. And because after that, we've got a lot of fun projects coming, including the floor, which is gonna be amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was good. Looks great.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a nice, cool dance floor right here in the kitchen. Kitchen dance floor.
Kitchen dance party. Kitchen dance. So one of the reasons why we went with this particular model, there's a lot of different Maxx fans. This one's the Maxxfan Deluxe, is it came with a remote in a protective bag. We haven't popped it open. That's nice. That's nice.
Sweetheart.
There are versions that don't have remotes that are just all manual to open and close. And then this one has the push buttons, but it also has a remote. So if we're over in the living room, sitting there lounging, we can adjust the speed on it for exhaust or intake, which is really, really convenient. Or if we're in the bedroom, maybe, we might be able to reach around the corner and beep.
Yeah, just blast some air down the hallway at ourselves.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. The nice thing about it is it's almost above our stove.
Yeah.
So that'd be great for cooking. Steamy meals and steamy dance parties.
Oh, that's pretty hot.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Damn, that's big.
Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah.
Did we do it?
I think we did it. I think we nailed it. I'm super happy that it works whenever we plugged it up to our test.
Yeah, and we're super grateful that we found some other people on YT who did an awesome job with their fan. That's what we're here for. We're all here to learn from each other, and we learned a lot from the other people who installed Maxx Air fans, what they liked about their fans, what they disliked about them, little things, tweaks that they needed to make so they fit properly in a school bus. So gratitude to all of our friends out there.
Thank y'all so much.
Yeah, we appreciate you, and we appreciate everybody in the comments. You guys have been so great, leaving us awesome pointers and just great comments. We're so appreciative of you. If you have any questions about this fan, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we're more than happy to let you know what we know about it.
Yeah. So you're definitely gonna want to stay tuned for the next video. We're not too sure what we're gonna do next, but we're gonna do something next because we gotta keep the ball rolling.
Keep the ball rolling.
Yeah.
And I think that it might be something that most people don't do when they prepare for insulation. So you're gonna want to stay and see what we're gonna do that most people don't do.
Yes.
And you should do because of some stuff, and we'll talk about that stuff. Right.
We did get a solid pointer from one of our Canadian friends who's building a bus in Winnipeg about this specific project.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, one of our Canadian friends. So
yeah.
think about heating and insulation.
And cooling. And insulation.
And insulation. Okay, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. And if you haven't yet, make sure you click subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified every time I come out with a new video for you.
And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much. We really appreciate you being here. And it's so wonderful, this community.
We love you guys. Until next time, friends.
Adventure on.
Adventure on. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye
Bye bye.
bye. Bye
Bye bye.
bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. The life of a short person.
Let's see where you set this camera up. What do you think?
This shot's gonna be so funny.
What shot?
This one. All I hear is this light behind me going. I might have fallen asleep.
Nice. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. Nice. We win.
He wants some separation. Up higher?
That work?
I think so. Goggle time. Goggle time.